Well, hello. This is Jason Livanis, and you are listening to Titillating Tarot with Jason Livanis. I am beside myself. There are three of me. That's how beside myself I am today. I can't thank everyone enough for the kind of response that I received over the last 2 weeks. As many of you know, 2 weeks ago was my maiden voyage. I popped my cherry with respects to my Titillating Tarot show, which is my solo show that I'm doing weekly on Wednesdays. And over the last 2 weeks, last week because of the holiday, we repeated the first show. And all in all, I had, at the end of the day, 1,100 listeners in all. So I am very humbled. I am very thankful. And so thank you to everybody that listened. And I look forward to continuing to educate and entertain you in my own raucous manner. I need to give thanks to where thanks and credit is due. My blue-eyed goddess, my celestial mama, Janet Hickox, who is the renowned astrologist and human design expert. It is under her auspices that I have this show. And I have to tell you, I also help to produce and I co-host her show on Thursday night at this time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Pacific Time, 3 p.m. And so tomorrow's show, I know she's going to be doing a lot of information on Mercury, especially with our Mercury retrograde. And it's extremely fitting and very strange because the information I'm going to give you tonight is about the one card, the Magician. And it's strange and freaky and weird that it's all lining up because we did not plan this. It just happened that way. And I listened to the show last week, and I thought, well, you know what, good for you, Jason. The first part is pretty educational, but I was bored out of my tits. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to break up the educational portion of our show with readings so that I can abuse some people in between my information on the number one card, which is the Magician, which is a fascinating, wonderful card steeped in history and religion. And so let me start off first by apologizing outright, right off the bat, for anyone that I might have offended and that I will continue to offend because, of course, I assume that you listen to my show called Titillating Tarot, which is aptly called, that you've signed up for a certain amount of candor, obscenity, realism, and my own brand of zany humor. Yes, I use the word zany. It's still used in this modern day. So for all of you that are demure, blushing little flowers and fragile and conservative in your constitution, I'm not your man. And I irreverently and or reverently tell you to all eat shit and bark at the moon because I'm not that touchy-feely psychic. I'm the one that's going to give it to you in the third dimension and hopefully ground you and bring you into reality, educate you on the tarot, bring it out of this ridiculous sort of gobbledygook gypsy stereotype that we have. So, that being said, I have a problem. This little itch is killing me. No. I have a problem, and my problem I'm hoping that my listeners will help me with. What is that, Jason, you ask? Well, I will tell you. Some of you may know that I am having an issue with finding the appropriate and or proper intro music for my show and exit or exude music for my show, which I think is kind of interesting when you think about it because I have a degree in music from a very well-known conservatory in the United States. And so you think, my storehouse of knowledge, I would be able to easily come up with something that sort of embodies the show and the feel and all that happy horse shit. The fact of the matter is I'm stumbling. And then I had the aha moment that in light of that, I am asking all of you listeners out there to visit my webpage, which is www.titillatingtarot with Jason Livanis. There are 2 L's in titillating, .com. So that's www.titillatingtarot Titillating Tarot with JasonLivanis.com. And at that site, there is a way in which you can get in touch with me. The information is there. It's still under construction. I'm tweaking it as we speak. That also sounds dirty. However, I want you to visit my website. I want you to get in touch with me. And what I would ask from the listeners out there is that you afford me with MP3s, which is a musical file of intro and or exit music that you can give me that I can start the show with and end the show with. Something that, of course, is indicative of my special brand of love and abuse. I love those two things together, love and abuse. I'm sure more than one Greek family out there can appreciate what I'm saying. I will use separate intro music and separate exit music. And the ones that I choose, I challenge you to send me this music. And whomever I choose, of course, please can make sure it's in public domain, so that I don't have to deal with copyright bullshit. But if I choose your music, what I am prepared to do is you will receive a 1-hour in-depth reading from me, free of charge. That will include some astrological workup, some numerological workup, and of course, in essence, my tarot readings. So I'm going to be giving away 2 separate readings, each valued at $200 apiece. And you may choose to keep that reading for yourself, or, given that it is the holiday spirit, if you are thusly so inclined, you may give your reading to someone else as a gift. What better idea than a holiday gift of a reading for a loved one or a friend who perhaps is in need? So I look forward to your response. And, of course, if I choose your pieces of music, I'll give you credit on the air. And for one time, I'll say thank you to such and such, and you will get a 1-hour or 2-hour, depending if you give me 2 pieces of music that I use. Highly unlikely because I'm a pain in the ass. And so that being said, I look forward to all of your responses with respect to the music that might be used. Now then, let's jump into the Magician real quick. It is the second card, really, of the major arcana, but it is a fascinating card, and it goes back to the 1st century, the 9th century, 6th century BC. It is represented by the Hebraic letter Aleph, which, if you look at it, is like a cursive-looking N. One hand is reaching up towards the sky, and the other hand is reaching down towards the earth. And basically, it represents the great Chaldean initiate, Hermes Trismegistos, who is a famous Hermetic sort of reading, and it teaches the one big important lesson from his Tabula Marigina Hermetis, which basically is gobbledygook Latin. And this reading stipulates, and this is, before the Bible, folks, it stipulates as above, so below. It's sort of where they got that from. The Chaldean oracle plays a role in the start of Christianity, the Christian church, and this dates back to the 1st century, BC and AD. So this is just to show you how fucking far back this stuff goes. It's incredible, and it has nothing to do with gypsies. So that's the first portion of this information about the Magician. So remember, one hand is reaching down to earth, the other is reaching up to heaven. And basically, he is the Mercury. He is the one that is saying you have to bring from the spirit world into the physical world to start this journey. And we will discuss more about this journey as we go along. So, my blue-eyed goddess is in the background, and she is screening calls for me. So I would like to take our first caller and have the first caller come in, and
Hello?
we can go from there. I see that I have, is it Amla? Am I correctly pronouncing that?
Yes, it's Amla. How are you?
Hello. I'm fantastic. You seem familiar. Do I know you?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool beans. So, some of the people that call in, I suppose, want just information on the magician, and some other people are kind of selfish, and they want to get a mini reading, which I am totally fabulous with. So, Amla, tell me, do you have a question that you would like to discuss, or talk to me? What's going on?
Okay, so I've done a lot of releasing this past fall. It was an awakening, and I just feel like I'm in blossom. My birthday's coming up in a couple weeks, and just wondering if you see a relationship coming in, like my reflection.
Imagine that, a woman calling in to find out if she's going to find a relationship. How strange, how unique, and how odd. Of course, that's me being absolutely sarcastic. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you, beautiful lady, okay? And where are you calling in from? Where are you in the world?
I'm in Connecticut.
In Connecticut. That's where I went to conservatory, in the Hartford. Hold on, please. Wonderful. Yes. Are you in Hartford?
What was that?
Are you in Hartford, Connecticut?
No, I'm in west of Hartford. Like half an hour. Yeah. All
right. So I have to tell you, the reading is an interesting one. Are you ready? Okay, lady, pay attention, please. The first card is the Queen of Discs, and this is in the immediate past for you. This says that you have done the work. She's got big, voluminous breasts. She sits in this gorgeous field. Yes. I'm not going to ask you if you're big-breasted, but she sits in this... Yeah, she sits in this forest, and she is happy, and she has everything she needs, and she is basically saying, hey, guys, I'm here. Come and get it. I am ready. Okay? Yes. However, little Miss Laughing Amla, in the present, we have the Tower.
Oh.
Yeah, well, wait. It's not all, it's not all shit. Hold on. Basically, what this card is saying is right now in the future, it is indicative. It is representative of what you've just told me. It's release. It is the coming undone of some old ideas, some old techniques, some old theories about finding love, what it is that you are putting out into this universe in order to attract the next greatest, best thing for yourself. So right now you're doing exactly what you said. It's the Tower card. You're getting rid of old shit. You're trying to find out. You're trying to find out the new thing. Now here is the crux of it. Okay. In the immediate future, it is a card of warning. Amla, what are you doing to find a guy? What tools are you using?
Okay. Well,
that's a question.
I could just, I'm really breaking out of my patterns. It's interesting you said that. I'm facing the fear. Like, it's been a while of just even being comfortable with myself, which was what the work I've done. And now that I'm comfortable with myself, I'm doing things that I would never do.
Such as?
Kind of cool. Such as, so my friend actually, long story, but I'll make it really quick. Her birthday was at the beginning of this month, and she was basically saying, no one's calling me, and my family didn't call me, and blah, blah, blah. And that got me thinking, my birthday's coming up. I said, well, why not have my own party? And
you better fucking believe it. I love that idea. Yes, throw your own birthday party. That's right. Go ahead. And so go ahead. I'm listening. What else?
No, so basically, that's and I fell in love with myself this year. I really had, and I think I'm shining and I'm blooming and I'm blossoming. I think it'll just I still believe in that magic. I still believe that.
All right. So listen. Yeah. I have two words for you.
Okay.
The 10 card of the major arcana comes into your reading.
Okay.
For the last part, it is a card of warning. It means that even, and this is human, so please understand, even though I am obscene, this is coming from an incredibly loving place.
Sure.
This card warns you to not do the same thing that you've done in the past over and over again. So let's just say you're building a new lexicon, right, for how it is that you're going to go ahead and find a guy or a girl. Don't give a crap what you're into. Maybe both.
Yeah.
But what I can try something totally new. What I can tell you is that you definitely want to make sure that with all the good work that you've been doing, the releasing that you're doing, that you are not having the same boring conversations that you've had again. Do not default to, so what do you do for a living? Oh, all of that crap that society tells you should do. It also warns you against finding your next involvement in the same way that you have in the past. So, if you haven't used the computer, do it smart. Get in touch with me via the website, and I'll get you the name of the relationship counselor that we had on Janet Hickox's show, which is Living Astrology. And she was fantastic because one of the things that she said was, do not date your type. That.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do not date your fucking type. I want you to sit down and put a list of what you're looking for in a guy and what you're not looking for in a guy.
Okay.
And think to yourself, how many daddy issues do I have that you keep going through over and over and over again? Look at your past relationships. See how you screwed up. See what you were doing when you were trying to heal your relationship with whoever it was that was male in your life. Don't make the same mistakes again. I want you to go and be active. Go out dancing. Go out, take a class. I don't care what it is, but don't do the same thing that you've done in the past. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah. Yep. Got it.
Awesome.
Yes. You are awesome yourself. Yes, you got me. And I am. That is breaking out of my shell. I'm already doing it. I'm doing things that I don't normally do.
Good. And of course, the caveat to this is, obviously, be smart. Don't be stupid. If you're going to do the computer thing, really think about it. You don't meet people for the first time at their house. You don't invite them to your house. You meet somewhere in public. You chat a whole bunch before. Make sure if you're sending titty pics that you hoist them up and they look good. Whatever you're going to do, just make sure you're smart about it, okay?
Sure. Absolutely.
I want you to promise me something, Hama, okay? That you're safe and that you're smart and that you understand that you are loved and that you are a wonderful blessing to the world. You have something to truly offer someone, and someone has something to offer to you. Go forth with this idea and promise me that you'll either call back in or go to my website and contact me and say, hey, loudmouth freak, man, you were right. So promise me that you'll do that, okay?
I will, Jason. Thank you so much. It's really wonderful talking to you. You're just a breath of joy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and spread the word. Put me on your Facebook and all that stuff and say, hey, this man's out of his goddamn mind, but you got to listen to him.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Have a blessed day. Thank you.
Awesome. Big kiss and hug.
All right.
Okay. All righty. I think I will take one more caller before my next little foray into the education of the magician. So who do you got for me, Blue-Eyed Goddess? All right. So it says here that we have a Laura coming on the line. Hello, Madam Laura. Are you there?
I'm here.
Fantastic. Where are you calling me from? Where in the world?
I'm in New Jersey.
Oh, you're a Jersey girl like me?
Yes.
What part of Jersey?
Down by the Philadelphia area, Cherry Hill.
Down by the Cherry Hill, Philadelphia area. Awesome. So did you call to discuss the tarot itself? Did you want a specific reading on something? Tell me what's on your mind.
I would like a reading.
About anything in particular or a generalized reading?
Well, I want to get a house next year, and I am out of work currently, so I need to know about the possibility of.
So let me just get this straight. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to pull 3 cards on you about you moving next year, and yet you're out of work right now. Do you have a trust fund that we don't know about?
No.
Okay, so can you tell me, no disrespect, because you seem like a fairly intelligent individual. You're able to put together cogent sentences. Does this question make a lot of sense right now, or you're asking me to pull a rabbit out of the hat? I mean, I'll pull the cards and interpret them, but are you sure you want that as a question?
I know that if I get a job, I'll be able to get the down payment for the house next year. But
okay.
I need to know
what is it? Who are you in the world, and who are you in the world, and what it is that you do? What's your vocation?
I develop training.
You develop training in what areas? All areas?
All areas.
So you're like a Sigma 6 kind of gal. Okay. So we're gonna pull. We're gonna pull some cards on Laura. Ooh, nice. Okay. Oh, ooh. Yay for Laura. You didn't pull any shitty cards. Laura, the last job that you were at, did they give you kind of a wonderful package when you left?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Very interesting, because the Ace of Discs is in your immediate past, which shows that you are being the discs is money. It's what do you call it? Being supported by the universe. And if you look at the Ace of Discs in my particular deck, you will see there's this beautiful big daisy in the middle of this green pasture, and there are these hands that are reaching out of the middle of the daisy. On the petals of the eyes, on the petals of the daisy, there are these eyes that are all watching you. And up above is this green globe, like the planet Earth, with the eye of God in it. So that tells me that even though in the immediate past you've been out of work, a lot of people are looking at you. Have you been sending out your resume like crazy?
Yes, like crazy.
Yes, and you are being looked at by a lot of people. You're in the mix, and do not fret, okay? Do not fret, because within the next 7, oh, God, there's a part of me that wants to blow sunshine up your ass and say the next 7 weeks. Are you close to anything right now? Getting something? Have you gone in for like a second or third interview?
No.
Okay.
Somebody wanted me to go for a job out in California, but I don't want to go to California. I want to stay on the East Coast.
I'm going to pull a separate card for that. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they offering you a good amount of money, Mama?
Yes, but then I live with the boss living out there, and, it's, Okay, well, buy a
so
house out there. Mm-mm.
Yeah, all right. So you can stay put, but I'll tell you, they're going to be coming to you again. The Prince of Swords came up for whether I liked that job or not, and it shows that it's a good start out there. You could really blossom with that job. However, let's get back to the reading of the first 3 cards that I pulled. Right now, you are the 7 of Chariot, which is the brother card to the Magician. What does that mean? It means that you have all of the tools you need. You don't need to go for any more certifications. He is riding the chariot. He has all of the energy that he has brought from above into the physical plane, and the chariot is being pulled forward by butterflies. Again, the butterflies have eyes on them. In your reading, there are eyes all over this reading. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to get 4 different offers within the next 7 months, and you're going to have to decide which one you want to pull. It sounds dirty. Which one you want to pull your chariot, lady, because they're all going to be kind of good. One will rise to the top, obviously, but I will tell you that this chariot is a good ride, and that's where you're at right now. Keep yourself open. Don't immediately say yes to anything. But right now, it looks like before you have the decision, you're going to have 4 solid interests in you. Now, what I love about the last card, it's actually the card that I use on the back of my business card when I'm handing them out. It is the Hierophant. It is the 5th card of the major arcana, and it is the card of wisdom. It is the card of metaphysics. It is the card of higher learning. It is the card of teaching people. And what's exciting about the card is that it is a card that shows us that you're piping this shit in from heaven above. Yes, you've done your schoolwork. Yes, you have the practical experiential know-how. But at the end of the day, when you are stuck, all you have to do is close your eyes. You are a trouble solver. You're a troubleshooter, pardon me, the better way of saying that. And in this Hierophant, it is calm, unlike me. It is elegant. It is connected to your higher self. So, I am going to pull a fourth card. Yes, I see you. All right, this is my prediction. You're going to have a job in the next 7 months, and by the end of the 8th month, you're going to already find a place that you're going to make an offer on. Because I pulled the 8 of discs for you, and that is happiness and gardens and flowers. And the tip-off of this place that you buy is that it's going to have a beautiful garden.
That sounds great.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I just listening to everything.
Have much else to tell you, except I really appreciate you listening and letting me abuse you a little bit.
Well, I appreciate the reading. Thank you very much. Sounds great.
All right. So I'm going to have my blue-eyed goddess go ahead and put you back in the queue, and then I'm going to bring her online so that I can speak to this lovely lady. Janet, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am. Cracking myself up back here.
How art thou?
Muy bien, gracias. But I have a question for you coming in from the chat room. And this is Love All Day would like to know how to tell time with the tarot cards. And I'm guessing that what this person means is if, for example, you pull an 8 of Wands card, how do you know timing, what that means?
This is where, I don't know if she's going to be satisfied with this answer. This is where the intuitive aspect and interpretive intuitive aspect of the tarot comes into play. Like with Laura, who I was just speaking with. I got that 7 card and then the 8 card, and my gut twinged. I kind of wanted to say weeks, and then I thought, oh, no, I'm getting months on this, is my feeling. So I look for clues in the card, and then I ask my higher self or my spirit or my pain-in-the-ass mother, who talks to me behind my left ear, who stomps the ground and says, no, don't do that, or yes, do this. And I ask her for information or to open me up to information. So the answer to your chat room poison is it's all about the interpretation and intuition that I'm feeling. And that's why they pay me the big bucks.
That sounds like a good answer to me. And I'm not seeing any feedback from... No. That was just that question, and I'm assuming that was a good answer.
Out there, my blue-eyed goddess is running the show in the background, and there is a chat room that when people are listening, they sometimes pipe in with questions, and that's what I was just responding to. So there's that.
Yes.
Why don't now I go on with a little bit more, since I know we have only half an hour. I'm going to speed it up and give you some more information about the magician, and we can go from there. Then I'll ask you to bring in, I guess Sharon might be next on the hit list. Yes? Hello? Okay,
yes.
Awesome. So, thank you. So, I wanted to talk about this card, of course, which is, if you see him on the Cosmic Tribe Tarot, you see him, he looks like he's taken a couple hits of acid. He's having a grand old time. He is swirling, and he is having a blast. Now, the difference between the first card, which is the Fool, is that the Fool's energy is just sort of blah. It's splattered out there. It's sort of experiencing willy-nilly. The Magician is focused. He has got all of that energy. He is a trickster, just like the first card, but he is focusing now his energy to be this magician. And when you look at this card, he has wings on his feet. There is the reason why we call him Mercury and, or in Greek, Hermes. So we discussed then at this point a hermetic philosophy. Now, if you look up the word hermetic in the dictionary, the first thing is, tightly sealed and closed off. And this is because the ancients kept their information to themselves. It was only the initiates that really were able to use this information. But the second thing is that it discusses, or the hermetic philosophy was one that offered up, or a means, believe it or not, of personal ascension from the constraints of the physical world, so, which is really incredible because when you think about it, the ancient Hermetics were also concerned with the conjuring of spirits, and believe it or not, I know this sounds nuts, but animating statues, hence the practice of alchemy and or magic, hence the name of this card, which is the Magician. So that ends that portion. I'm going to take some more calls. I would like to now please speak with Sharon. Hello, Sharon.
Hello. How are you?
I'm awesome. You sound a little down. Are you okay?
Oh, no. Actually, no. It's just my allergies. They're really bothering me tonight. No, not at all.
Yes. I'm sorry about your allergies.
Hope you had
yeah. Where are you calling in from, darling?
Ohio, Cleveland.
Oh, I was born in Mansfield. You blink and you miss it.
Oh, wow. By Akron, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Buckeye from way back. I got out when I was like 5 before the cheese whiz and spam could really take hold,
Oh, you are Oh, that's funny. I hope you had a nice holiday. Thanksgiving,
I did have a fantastic holiday. How about you?
It was very nice. I did all the cooking this year. It was my turn, so yes, it was very nice.
That's fantastic. So, would you like to discuss something about the Magician? Do you have a specific question? Would you like a general reading? What's on your mind, sweetness?
I have a specific question. I am working. I have a job. I've been there about 7 months now. I'm trying to change careers. Careers.
Okay.
And I want to see. I'm interviewing tomorrow. I have one on my lunch hour. Do you see me getting an offer soon?
Okay. I want to know. I'm one of these psychics that asks questions. Fuck everyone.
That's all right.
I want to know what do you do and what are you looking to change into?
I am in banking right now. Investments. I do the investments, and I want to go more human resources, hospitals, or even in a bank. Even if it's in a bank, even if it's in human resources, that wouldn't bother me. The one tomorrow is different. It is different from what I do. It's more like in human resources area.
Okay,
I just don't have experience.
I want you to hear that when you mentioned it, my stomach did a happy dance. That is my, quote, my gut. And so my gut is saying, yay, it didn't twist in an ugly, scary, don't do it way. So what I'm going to do is pull 3 cards.
Thank you.
And I am going to see what is going on. Not easy. Okay. I am looking at these cards, and I'm going for an interpretation. I need you to hear me on this. In the immediate past, I have the Devil card. Now, it doesn't mean, horrible things, but it means that you're actually really creative and good at what you do.
I'm really good. You're probably picking up from my past job, and I can't believe you still are. But that's okay.
That's in the immediate past.
I know. Immediate, huh? Okay.
Really, you're really good and creative at what you do, lady, for whatever it's worth. Now, right now in the present, you have the Hanged Man, which tells me you're dissatisfied, which tells me you're not sure what to do, and you don't want to make the wrong move. You don't want to do the wrong... Yeah, you're just like, shit, what do I do now?
I don't want to lose what I have. I know.
Yeah, let me finish, because this is not an easy reading. I am, very often I see a reading and I have to go, how do I give it to you honestly, but yet something where you can grow from this? Okay. So look. I would like you to hang out a little longer at this job and do your due diligence about the shift that you're doing, because the 10 of Wands is before you, and it shows a fight inside of you. Whereas right now you feel like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You want something new. You like the comfort of having the money from this financial thing. But going forward, I'm going to ask you a really fucked up question. Do you have some older people, or do you have a child that is in a difficult situation that might need you to help them out soon?
Could be my father. I don't,
So, okay. Before you rock the boat, I have a feeling that Daddy is going to need you, and the money that you make at present is very important. Now, does that mean you should be living your life for someone else? No, but it shows a burden in the future. So when I see this card after the Hangman, I say to you, you need to check out everything about this job that you get, everything about this job that you can possibly find out about, because it might not be what it's cracked up to be. Okay?
I have one next week, too. Okay.
Yeah.
Listening, I am.
Yeah. So listen, what I like about this 10 of Wands card is it isn't like we have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. It looks like the burro who is being sort of put upon, but on top of his head is the owl of wisdom, which means you're really fucking smart. Do you understand? You're like really smart. And the wisdom that you, no joke, and the wisdom that you have is great. So if you think something is wrong or something is tickling you where you're like, you're probably right. Please go with your gut instinct.
That happened to me 2 weeks ago. Okay. I didn't take one of the jobs. Go on.
Okay, listen to me. I just picked one more card, and I know that I only have 22 minutes left here.
I know.
I needed to pick another card for you. It is the Six of Discs. It is the past life card. I want you to understand that when the right job comes, you're going to so know it, you're going to be doing cartwheels. There's not going to be anything about the job that's a question to you. And the reason it's not going to be a question to you is because the person that you're going to be working for directly is a past lifetime soulmate. Now, when I say soulmate, some of the people out there who are involved in metaphysics are clueless. What that means really is a kindred spirit. When we were born into this world, when our entities were put forth from the all that is, we split into two, yin and yang, positive and negative. If you were to meet your soulmate, you would be bored out of your tits because you'd be bored. It would be like looking at yourself in the mirror. However, this past lifetime card comes up, and it needs a kindred spirit. Everything is going to click. Everything's going to feel familiar. So if there is any question at all about these jobs that you're interviewing for, I'm going to tell you unreservedly, no. And I want you to check in with your father. I want you to see that he is okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. So listen, that's my blessing for you. Thank you so much for calling in, and we're going to put you back into the queue.
Thank you. Listen, thank you.
You are so welcome.
Giving me a reading and paying forward. You have a wonderful holiday, okay? Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And so I'm going to hit now the last part of my informational scenario, which is to talk about the symbology of this card. Around his legs, he has the infinity symbol, and the colors are very, very important. In the infinity symbol, there is a band of red. This is the eternal spirit. This also has to do with the first chakra, which has to do with fucking and creating and sex and sensuousness. And it also talks about the higher self, positive giving, but through thought. That's what the red represents. Then there's a yellow band in it, which is the color of reason. Interestingly enough, if you study, color therapy or art therapy, you will see that if you want people to think, if you want people to be cognitive, if you want people to be mentally agile and astute, you put them in a yellow room. So interestingly enough, there's then a band of yellow, which has to do with thoughts, which has to do with exciting the thought process. The last color in this infinity symbol that wraps around the legs of Hermes, or this Mercury, winged messenger of the gods, is green, which has to do with a soft touch. It softens the red. It softens the hard intellect, and it brings in sympathy and goodwill and amity. So the symbology of this wonderful, wonderful ellipsis, or what we call the infinity symbol, in the original sign of the, in this actual, I should say, infinity symbol, there are, you see in it, 2 sets of wings. And in fact, it is the infinity symbol is made up of a snake. And we'll get to that in just a minute about what the snake is. But it has 3 sets of wings. The 3rd set of wings you can't see. And that symbolizes what is actually in the spirit world. And the other 2 are for the yin and the yang, the male and the female positive. The wings that come out of his legs are blue. And they're blue and white. They're the wings of Hermes. And they signify pure, selfless love of mankind. Now, what is interesting is that he is holding, he's not actually holding, but he is holding in stasis. He is balancing in front of him this wonderful wand. And that wand represents a nice big dick. That's right, folks. It is the wand of creation. The top part, the bottom part is the active part. It is the energizing, masculine, giving pole, and obviously it represents the red. It's in red. And then the negative is, or the female receiving end of the pole is in blue. So you have masculine and feminine. This card is, even though it's depicted as a guy, isn't a guy. You know what I'm saying? A guy-o-wee. It is positive and negative. It is male and female. It talks about the creation of life. It talks about bringing out of the spirit realm into the physical. So when we copulate, when we fuck, we are creating from nothing with God-light, with this God essence. And we're taking from the invisible and we're bringing it into the physical, which is basically the higher self, bringing it into the visible world. So, folks, remember out there that this card is the one card. It is from the one that every other number comes from. It represents God. In the Kabbalah, it is the seraphim, which is the first choir of angels. And when you look at the seraph, it is the symbolic or sacred symbol of the serpent that has 3 sets of wings. 2 you see, and 1 is hidden, which is fascinating and very, very interesting. And it's from there that this symbolism is represented in the cards that we have. So that is my dissertation. That is my educational portion, broken up so that I'm not too boring in the beginning. And I would like, with my last 16 minutes, to have the next caller be brought in, which I guess is going to be who I have. Who's up next? I think I have. Hello, caller.
Lisa.
This is Jason. Who am I speaking with?
Lisa.
Hiya, Lisa. Hiya, Lisa. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Where are you calling in from?
Arizona.
Arizona. That beautiful state where everybody says, well, you know, it's not as bad as that humid heat. It's that dry heat. And I say to people,
I know.
Great. It's the difference between being in a sauna out here or being in a convection oven where everybody out there looks like a glazed donut. Now then, talk to me, talk to me, Lisa, a little bit about what's going on. What would you like to discuss today?
Well, I just came from an interview. It was a 2nd-part interview.
Okay.
And I just wonder what energy you see around all that. You know, do you see...
Let me just, you know what, just hold it right there. Let me just do this blind, and let's have some fun with it, okay? I think it's interesting that everybody that's calling in so far really wants to know, with the exception of the one lady with love, wants to know about job, which is awesome. So let's go. Ooh. Yes. Okay, let me ask you something. So you're not working right now?
Well, I am.
I hate
it
your
would
boss.
need a transfer to a different...
I hate your boss, and I don't even know the fucker. In the immediate past, it shows the 2 of wands, somebody that is combative, somebody that is fiery, somebody that likes to be confrontational, somebody that is not looking out for your own best interests. In the immediate future, in the present, I have the Nine of Discs. She is, again, a voluminously breasted woman. She represents Erda, the earth goddess. She is happy. She is flowing, and there are 9 beautiful emerald stones which show me promotion, which shows me money, which shows me all systems ahead. So I'm going to tell you, and I want you to get in contact with me, please, at my webpage, and I want you to let me know, get in touch with me and say, this is Lisa, you gave me a reading on the air, and I want confirmation to know whether I'm right. I like this job, I like this opportunity, and the third card in the future is a very interesting one, but you better batten down the hatches, lady. Do you hear me? I don't know whether this is a step up. I don't know whether this is a step up or this job involves a different wheelhouse of expertise, but you have the Prince of Discs in your future. He is standing on the Kundalini snake, which is creative energy. A lot of times it will talk about sexual energy, but that's not what I'm picking up here. It is the creative energy of using this wheelhouse of information that you had in the past, and you're standing on one leg, his other leg is in the air, one arm is faced like in the Magician card, the other hand is facing down. He has a tribal body paint and a cute little peepee. He is standing and yes, and he has a cute little peepee. He has a cute little peepee. Check out the tarot deck. I have to tell you, it is the card of dancing. Are you there?
I am.
It is the card of dancing. In this next job, lady, you better get your dancing shoes on because you're going to be required to do a lot more than you have done in this particular job that you came from. You're going to be doing something with one hand, you're going to be doing something with another hand, and you're going to have a broom up your ass sweeping. So, I want you to understand that if you think this is going to be an easy ride, it's not. It's going to be a fun ride. It's going to be a rewarding ride, but you're going to be crazy, crazy busy. And I'm going to say to you that this is going to happen. I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is, again, when Janet was talking about how do you know about time frame. I'm going to say that you're going to get this offer within the next 2 weeks. Okay?
Okay.
And behind you is the Tree of Life. Behind you is the Tree of Life in this last card, which means growth, prosperity. You're on the right track. Do not question it, and I want you to come back to me and let me know whether I'm totally off my rocker and screwy or that it happened. I love to hear confirmation from the people that I'm sending my love to, and I send my love to you because you deserve better, okay?
Well, thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Yes.
You are picking up. That interview was all about everything that you said. It was, how hard it's going to be, new learning, and staying present, staying on task, and I love it.
You can do it. You can do it. I need you to do me a favor. Take care of your health because it's going to demand a lot from you, and you're going to feel wiped out. I don't want to hear any bitching. I don't want to hear any excuses. Let me ask you something. Do you work out?
I do, and since Thanksgiving, because I've been cleaning and cooking and all that, I didn't do anything. And so I'm looking forward to doing,
Okay. Yeah, I want you to make sure that with this new job that you are getting yourself up bright and early or after work, no matter how tired you are, that you are doing yoga, you are doing working out, you are swimming, screwing a lot. I don't care what the exercise is, lady, but you must make sure that you take care of the body so that you can keep yourself recharged. Do you understand?
Yes, and thank you.
Perfect. So I'm going to have Janet put you back in the queue. Thank you for listening and for calling in. And I am going to then take the next caller, whoever wants to be on, if there is a caller.
Yes.
I have Stacy.
Yes. Hi, Jason. Thank you so much for taking my call. And
where are you in the world?
I'm in sunny Florida, South Florida.
Sunny Florida. Wonderful. Where are you in Florida?
Oh, in Delray Beach. It's
lovely.
Yes, and I guess holidays coming up, and I'm thinking, do you see any description of the next, guy I'll be remotely I'll have a connection with, that we'll both be interested in each other.
Do you hear that, Janet? Another lady calling in about a guy. Hey, I'm just making fun of you because, there are always the hit lists, which are money and love. So what I'm going to do is pull 3 cards so we can talk about your relationship to men and or let's see what comes up for me visually, okay?
Okay, great.
Okay, awesome. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. All right. So I want you to pay attention to this reading. It is a sobering one. May I ask you, darling, how old are you?
I'm in my 40s. I'm in my 40s.
All right. So I'm going to ask you to, for the next 3 months, to date yourself. And this is why. In the past, you have been too honest. People cannot handle your honesty. And so, therefore, you end up burning bridges. And I'm not telling you not to be honest. I am not telling you that you shouldn't have told people X, Y, and Z. Right now, you have the universe card at present, which means you're doing really well insofar as your own spirit is concerned. If you jump into a relationship before the next 3 months, you will have sorrow. I hate to sound fucking gloom and doom. It's not what I like, but I have to call the cards as I see them because I don't want to see you get screwed up. So,
all right. I just wanted to ask you. Okay, yes. I'm alone. I've been alone, so it doesn't matter. Yes. There's these couple of guys that I just know of from events, and I just want to know if and when I'll ever run into them again. We were just talking, and I just they like the same interests I do, like sports.
Yes.
Mark and Elliot. Okay. I just want to know if and when I'll ever run into them again.
All right, so I want you to know that I'm seeing Mark and Elliot happen within the next 10 weeks. You're going to run into them. But I don't want you running into any relationship just yet. For the next 3 months, I want you to do a hardcore inventory of yourself. I want you to really get down. Just because you've been alone doesn't mean you've been loving yourself. Now, why am I telling you this?
I know why. I'll tell you why. Because I guess I wanted to pick up my mood because I was at a job for 3 weeks and I got let go, and my office manager, this woman, she would come in reeking of cigarette smoke. And I guess the owner had said something to her that Stacy is complaining instead of the lady herself. The manager says to her that, and anyway, the long story short, it burned bridges with my office manager and I was let go.
Yes,
and that's
and I see that in the past. Yes, I definitely see that in the past, you being a little too honest. But this is what I want to tell you. Okay? This is a major crux of this reading. If you are sending out the right vibe, which is the I love myself vibe, you are going to attract the correct person or persons in your life going forward. So the universe card in this position is telling me you need to sit with yourself, sweetheart. You need to take yourself out on a date night once a week. You need to get your hair done, get your nails did, get your wig did, get a proper push-up bra. I don't care what you do, but I want you to start feeling sexy within yourself and loving yourself so that you're putting out the right positive energy. If you start to date right now, you're going to be putting out the wrong energy, that the residue from this shitty job. You're going to be looking for externals to make you happy. This is never good, because it's part of that rescue theory. It's part of that. No, we don't want that. I want you, sweetheart. I want you to date you, Stacy. You're worth it. You have a beautiful, gentle soul. Take yourself to the zoo. I want you to take yourself and enjoy yourself and be okay with you so that you start to emanate this great, sexy, loving, smart energy that you have. Do you understand what I just said?
Yes, I really do. I really like that, and I do take myself out to eat. I love that, and
Good.
I love animals, like when you said the zoo. But I like the job that I was at, that I was just at. It's just unfortunate that you see another opportunity. I mean, when it's just. It took me a long time to find something, and then I find it and it ends, and that's why my esteem isn't.
No, screw that. This is external. Stop defining yourself by your externals. Get down and dirty with yourself, all right? Sit down and really take a look at yourself and say, wait a minute, why am I sabotaging myself like this? Hold on a second. Okay, listen, I want you to understand that you're getting in your own way. I pulled the Hangman. I need you to be kind. Go easy, peasy, sleazy. Be nice to yourself because you're not putting out the right energy, all right? Okay. And so please let me know how things go. Do not jump into anything.
No.
Take care of yourself. And I'm going to pull one more card before we go.
Yeah, with the job, if there's something's coming up soon. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, the Ace of Discs comes up for you, and it is like the last person that I read. It talks about being supported by the universe and by God. And I'm going to say to you, within the next 4 months, you're going to be sitting at a desk in a brand new job with people you like. And I want you to get in touch with me and let me know, okay?
Oh, my God. So I'm not going to be working in for 4 months?
That's the feeling that I'm getting is within the next 4 months.
Oh, God. There's no...
You will figure it out. Trust me. Trust me, you will figure it. It's not the end of the world. You've lasted. You've lived this long. You will not go down the shitter. You will be fine.
And there's no temp coming in? Nothing coming before?
I didn't say there wasn't any temp. I just said the permanent job that you're going to get. Very
different. Oh, that's good. Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying. Oh,
you understand
yeah.
That? Okay.
I'll be liking the people. You're saying I'd be liking the people and everything.
Oh, my God. As a matter of fact, the people that you're with are also going to be animal lovers. Okay?
Yeah.
Good. So listen, we're going to put you back in the queue, and I want to thank you for listening, and I am going to ask my blue-eyed goddess to pipe on in with me today. And so thank you for listening, caller. And are you there, blue-eyed goddess?
I am indeed.
Tell me, darling. Tell me a little bit about your show for tomorrow. We have a minute left, and I don't feel like talking to anybody because I am tired psychically at the moment. So,
well, you've been putting out a lot of energy there today. Quite a bit of energy.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So tomorrow,
we're going
to be talking about Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn. And we have a couple of other juicy tidbits going on, too, at the same time, as Mercury's going retrograde in Saturn's territory, and Pluto is going to be conjunct Mercury at the time it goes retrograde. So we have this little kiss of transformation, and then the blasted little Hermes Mercury trickster backs away from that transformation and then moves us again towards it as we move into the new year. So
wonderful.
We have this,
and that's going to be tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, 4 p.m. Pacific time.
And it's my time, 7 p.m. This also means, people, batten down the hatches. That means Mercury retrograde is going to happen during Christmas. So get your shit in order. Get it in gear. Janet, thank you for everything.
Definitely.
Everyone listening, thank you so much for your support. I am looking forward to growing this and having more fun, more titillations with you in the future. Goodbye, all, and blessed be.